What's up, everybody? How you guys all doing? It's been a long time since we've actually sat down and gone over all the mods on the Turbo S, so I figured we're going on a ride tomorrow. We're going to get it loaded up, so what better time than do it than now? Let's start off by saying this is a 2019 Turbo S. This is the gray one, obviously. We peeled all the decals off of it, except for the Turbo S one right up there in the front. This thing currently has 11,000 miles on it, 11,400 and some change, and currently runs the complete original clutch system. We've actually drove this buggy all the way to Canada here from Texas. We drove it all the way to Las Vegas here from Texas and back on both trips, and this thing has performed flawlessly. We've actually towed the bounty buggy all the way to River Run with this machine, using that little single trailer right over there. And yeah, this thing has never skipped a beat. This cage is probably the most notorious thing about it. It was designed by Caleb Kramer over at Rogue Off-Road. It's currently got a little booger in it over there from when we rolled a couple weeks ago. It's going to be fixed here in a couple weeks. But as it sits right now, this is my only current machine that I got to drive, so we're holding on to it until we get the RS1 back. This buggy runs some fuel and some beadlock wheels. These are 15x7s with a -13 offset. It makes this buggy sit right at about 80 inches wide. These are the 33x12.5 BFG KM3s. These are the truck version. We got our Rogue grill sitting in here. We've also upgraded from the Turbo S 2-seater brakes to the 4-seater brakes. This took a full conversion of the knuckle and everything. Then we had to get the whole new rotor and the caliper assembly. All the suspension components are stock, skid plate stock. We run some all things UTV stuff. These are the inner defenders. Dustin Robbins sent me these. Keeps me from having to worry about like a tree stump or anything coming up through the fender. Here in the back, we got an electronic sway bar. This unit was originally provided by Kelly Manning from Halo Lockers, and since then, that company or that portion of what that sway bar has been taken over by Ox Off-Road, and since then, Ox Off-Road has sponsored all my vehicles when it comes to these electronic sway bars. These things are game changers when it comes to the off-road. You can go from hard packed surface and have an extremely stiff setup and be able to whip it around corners with ease, to being able to articulate over rocks, logs, trees, all sorts of stuff. One of the biggest reasons that this machine is so successful on the trails is because it has a gear reduction in it. And I couldn't have had that done without the help from my buddy Coy Reeves at Reeves Off-Road. He got me hooked up with a gear reduction inside of this transmission that is actually, it's 12% lower in high, 12% lower in reverse, and 33% lower in low. And that really allows me to use these big old tires and spin them a lot easier. It also gives you a lot more control when you're slowly traversing rocks and stuff like that. We currently do not have any tree kickers on this machine. I've actually never been one to really trail ride this machine super hard, but as of late we've started to get a little more rowdy with it, so I might actually go ahead and steal my Hauser Racing tree kickers off my bounty buggy, and then I'll put those here on this machine. When it comes to storage, we use none other than Chupacabra off-road door bags. These things are pretty sweet. Obviously they're not 100% waterproof, but as long as you keep these zippers nice and clean and you lubricate them with a little bit of WD-40 afterwards, they'll last a long time. It's got a nice insulated cup holder. These cup holders do not come with a hole in the bottom, but if you look closely, I actually put a little hole right there in the bottom, and what that does is it allows that little bit of moisture to drain out of there, so that way it doesn't get gunky. But other than that, these things are sweet. Put your knee right up against this bad boy, and away you go. So I actually have a windshield that was built by DFW ATV that I normally run on this machine as well, but it's been such great weather outside that we've been running our half windshield. But when I do have that windshield on there, I run these little hood scoops, which are awesome for when it's hot outside and you're cruising down the highway. You can run the windshield, keeps all the wind from beating you in the face, but then you can open up these vents right here and it'll allow you to actually get some air back to you. Pretty sweet, huh? When it comes to tie rods on this machine, we actually run some performance side-by-side bushings tie rods. These things have actually been magnificent. Haven't had any issues out of them. Strong as all hell. Made of 70-75 billet aluminum. That's about it. When it comes to radius rods, L&W Fabrication sent us a set of theirs. And these things have been pretty freaking awesome. I haven't had any problems at them. They don't make any noises. Couldn't ask for better. So when it comes to like the boost tubes and whatnot on this machine, we went with the red, obviously, and these were sent to us complimentary of Evolution Power Sports. So big shout out to y'all over there. We haven't had any problems out of any of their stuff in the 11,000 miles that we've had this machine. And what we coupled their boost tubes with is we went ahead and ran an HKS SSQV4 blow-off valve. This is an automotive style blow-off valve, but it's something that I've ran on all my boosted applications and I've never had a problem with it. I'm a big fan of synchronic valves over push type and pull type valves. So, you know, it was an easy decision. If you guys don't know what synchronic valves are, get on Google. Pretty simple. Got 2 more mods and we're done. So right up here into this hood scoop, I've actually got, it's an old shop vac head, probably about 10 inches wide. And I've got it recessed right into this hood scoop here. And this shop vac head basically catches nice cool air from the front of the machine when you're doing 50, 60 miles an hour, right? And what it does is it pushes all this cool air in here through this tube. This tube comes right up over here and it comes right in here. It makes a turn, goes into the, right up into the fender well, right? What that does, it then turns and it comes out right there. I have it capped off, but under normal circumstances, when this is open, this is blowing nice cool air right down here at your feet. And let me tell you, when it's 100 degrees outside and you're hauling butt down the highway, it gets so hot right here. Your feet burn. It gets unbearable. I don't care what insulation kit you got. It doesn't matter. If it's 105 out, it's insane. So yeah, that thing, pretty sweet little do-it-yourself thing. One more thing, this little red button. A lot of people may be asking, what's the red button for? Well, actually, what this is it's kind of like an oh crap button, kind of like on the new Pro XPs. They have the red button on the steering wheel. You hit that button and it makes the suspension go into firm. So whenever I push on this button, it'll actually make my suspension go into firm immediately. And lastly, I'm not a big whip guy, but wouldn't be rocking anything else other than my boys over at 5150. We ain't got them on right now because we don't rock them during the daytime. But yeah, I rock these on all my machines. And I actually didn't rock whips at all in the beginning. And Andrew Anderson commented and he got a hold of me and he's like, hey man, let me hook you up with some custom ones. Something that you just turn on, turn off, turn on, turn off. Didn't want nothing fancy. No blinkety blinky, none of that stuff. And he's kept me squared away ever since. So big shout out to him. Appreciate you, Andrew. Big shout out to all my sponsors, everybody. All you guys are awesome. There's been a lot of people that have reached out and helped me out along the way. And just want to say, it's because of you guys that we get to do all this fun stuff. Literally, all the time. I appreciate y'all. Sorry for being so influencer-like. But you guys are freaking awesome. I appreciate all the support. And I look forward to bringing you guys lots more great videos. We'll see you guys out on the trail tomorrow. Gotta put this hood back on.